On one of the warmest days of the year, and with the women's tennis final at Wimbledon, it was surprising that anyone would leave the coolness of their home. However, a regular stream of visitors did pay a visit to Marden House. John Bowler, a trustee, gives us some background to the building.
I'm John Bowler. I'm one of the trustees at Marden House and one of the volunteers who helps keep the place going. It's run entirely by volunteers and quite a small group of volunteers, and we're always hoping to recruit new people to come and join us. Just very briefly on the history of the building, it stood for many hundreds of years, and as you'll know, it's on the riverside, and it was originally a wharfinger's cottage, and that's somebody who looked after the canal traffic as it came up to the wharf and up by where the town hall is now. It had a new facade put on in about 1800. It stayed in that role till the beginning of the First World War, by which time the traffic had fallen off the river and the canal, and it was then advertised as a 6-bedroom house. But there were no takers, and eventually the Boy Scouts in Calne took it over as their base, and they were there for quite a few years. And then C.T. Harris, the big meat company that used to dominate the town, bought the building and used it right up until the end, till the mid-80s when the company closed, used it to house their records. And I've met a couple of people in the town who remember it in those days when it kept their record. The most interesting bit of the history for us, though, is what happened after that. There was a local campaign to preserve the building and to give it two uses. One, the use that we've still got of the main hall, which is a venue for the arts, for the performing arts in particular, but also for lots of groups such as singing groups, ballet class and a jazz club and all sorts of things that meet here regularly in the hall. The other part of Marden House, if you know it, behind the older bit is an area that's called the Mill Race. This was purpose-built when the building was converted back in the mid-80s, and that was created to meet the needs of people in the community with additional needs. It now houses a group called Family Action who meet the needs of people with learning difficulties, adults with learning difficulties. Just to come back to the main part of the building, it's used every October for a music and arts festival, which is in its 39th year, I believe now. It runs with lots and lots of art-type events, lots of performances, and stages a fantastic art exhibition. If you've not been to that, you must come along in October to see what's on show and the talent within the town. There's also a concert series runs here through the winter, 6 Sundays of the Sunday afternoons with classical music of the highest standard.
Hi, my name is Rita Walker. I'm the manager of Millrace Community Support Service, a charity run by Family Action based here in Marden House Centre. There has been a day service for adults with learning disabilities here for a very long time. Originally it started, I think, almost 30 years ago as a day service for local people, and it tended to be people with mental health issues, people who were lonely getting together, and they also ran, I believe, a dinner club for local people as well. Over the years, this gradually changed and more people with learning disabilities began to come to this centre. We're now a bespoke service for adults with learning disabilities and autism. We run from Marden House 4 days a week. We're here from Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays and Fridays from 10 till 3. And during that time, we try to run as many different kinds of activities as we possibly can to stimulate independence for the people that come to our service and give them opportunities that they wouldn't have if they were staying at home. So here you can see some examples of their work. So we do lots of art, we do craft, we have a gardening club, so we take part in Calne in Bloom.
Yeah, it was. I was thinking.
So here are some examples of the activities that we run at Millrace. At the top here we've got this was an example of, we did a pebble painting workshop. It was actually based on mindfulness and actually creating calm, and there was a method of painting that we were taught. This was actually quite new for us. We did this as an online activity, and it was actually something that Family Action had set up through a Marissa Thorne. So she actually contacted me to say could she run a workshop with us, and that's just one of the activities that we did. That was very successful. We take part in community activities where we can. One of the things we take part in regularly is Calne in Bloom. We do tend to have quite a lot of success with this. We have a very small patch of garden overlooking the car park at the back of Millrace, and sometimes we grow vegetables. This year we're tending to grow flowers, and it's a celebration of the Queen's Platinum Jubilee this year. So watch out for that, because there will be some exciting things going in that garden soon. But we do all kinds of things. So it's here so that people develop friendships in the community. We've done eco-warrior stuff, so we've collected rubbish in and around the town. We do art, we go out on trips. This customer was chosen to be the baton bearer for the Commonwealth part of the Commonwealth Baton Challenge in Wiltshire. And she did her bit in devices. She actually had to carry her torch across the road, mount a dray, okay, and that was taken round to the wharf. And Catherine is quite a remarkable young lady. She doesn't let any of her disabilities get in her way. She carries on and thrives and does all kinds of wonderful things. This is some of the artwork of the Queen that our guys have done. This is a drama celebration we did, which is based on the changing guard at Buckingham Palace. So we did a little reenactment of the song and made the costumes and the drama. Here's something close to Peter's heart. He recognises puppetry. Okay, down here's some puppets that the customers made, and they did their own Punch and Judy show in the afternoon.
Except for the wartime.
Yeah, this is an example of a piece of work that Millrace customers have done together. They each have a section of a very large picture, and they choose whichever method they wish to decorate that page. Then we collage the whole piece together. It almost looks like a paper quilt. I just love the different effects that you get from a simple idea, but with everybody's participation it comes out to be something really special. This is part of what we're doing for our garden this year. So our garden is in celebration of the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. The Queen may even be paying us a visit, you never know. And in amongst that garden you will see, we tend to decorate it on the day because we are in quite an open space overlooking the car park. So we dress it for the day with things that we've made. And here's an example of the butterflies and bees that we will have in that garden during that time.
Opening up for it.
This is a feature item and talking point occupying the far wall of the main hall. Many good ladies were kept very busy supplying tea along with a wonderful selection of homemade cakes. The volunteers are proud of their attractive garden, and being a lovely summer's day, it was enjoyed at its best. Here's a few pictures taken at past events.